Hello, my name is Katrina Mathis, and I have been working now in the education field for more than 10 years. I am married to my husband, Terrence, for 13 years. We have two boys, Trenton, 12, Tristan, 9. Therefore, I have a 7th grader and a 4th grader. My current profession situation is I work as a kindergarten teacher at Live Oak Elementary School in Albany, Georgia, within the Dougherty County school system. Highs and low points in my teaching career. As my high point within my teaching career, I have experienced both highs and lows that have shaped my approach. I've seen a shy and struggling student blossom her confidence throughout my skills and support. I successfully implement teaching strategies that boost my students' engagement and learning using hands-on and manipulatives for it to be a fun and learning way in kindergarten. I like to try to connect interest to real life situations so students can use experience and use their curiosities. I like to build strong relationships with my students and their families to foster a positive classroom environment. In kindergarten, I like to celebrate my students when they've reached milestones such as counting, letter recognitions, and sounds. Low points that I've experienced in my teaching career, sometimes me feeling frustrated when students don't respond well to a lesson or a strategy despite my efforts. Managing challenging behaviors that disrupt and require patience and problem solving. As I stated, I teach kindergarten. I have burnt out situations, school years, midterms, when there are just work overloads and classroom management. Around the end of the year, from just being fatigued from teaching constantly, having meetings, administrative tasks to complete, and preparing for the next school year. However, one of the most rewarding moments I've witnessed is a struggling child gain confidence and succeed throughout my tailored support. I faced challenges when a one-size-fits-all approach did not reach every learner effectively. Therefore, I had to use differentiated instruction. What I hope to learn from this course, I hope to gain a better understanding in the research and theory behind differentiated instruction and how it effectively addresses diverse students in my classroom. I want to better evaluate on differentiation that promotes equity and assess ensuring that every student, regardless of their ability, background, and learning style, receive appropriate challenges and support. I look forward to reflecting on and refining my own teaching practices, collaborating with my colleagues on differentiation to promote equity and access for students with varying abilities, background, and learning preferences. As far as my experience with differentiation in the classroom, for kindergarten, I use tiered activities where tasks have varying levels of difficulty so students can learn at an appropriate, challenging level. For example, with it being the beginning of the school year, we're counting. Some students are counting objects 1 to 5, some are counting 1 to 10, and some can go further than that. I use flexible grouping where I group students by their interests, their learning style, and instruction, and these grouping skills help to build social and academic skills. We use visual aids as pictures, manipulatives, so that each student can learn on their different levels. As far as immediate changes I hope to implement as a result of this course, I hope to implement more intentional and systematic use of differentiated instruction strategies in my classroom. This may include tailored lessons to better match individual student readiness levels, interests, and learning profiles through tier activities and flexible grouping. I plan to incorporate more varied options for students to engage with content and demonstrate understanding. I want to continue using ongoing formative assessments to inform real-time adjustment within instruction. In doing so, I hope to create a more inclusive and motivating learning environment where every student feels challenged and supported. I hope I can begin collaborating more actively with my colleagues to share better practices and activate differentiation within the school-wide system.